Respected Chairman Sir, all the directors and teaching staff, students, I am delighted the warm welcome given to me, and I will try to live up to your expectations. Though the time would be really not a constraint, but I suppose I will be covering the discussion of my topics within an hour's time. So I have prepared certain slides and try to be structured in my discussion. But as you all know, when we are working in industry, there are so many overlapping topics which complement each other. So it is very difficult to remain on a particular topic. So I wish I will be a bit informal also. The main aspect is that we should interact with each other. So I will try to give you some basic theories, some definitions, starting from the basics. I will try to give you some industry perspective, and then ultimately coming to the examples which we are practicing at Indraprastha Gas Limited, because ultimately I think, and it's my belief, that the MBA students, or rather any professional degree student, must have a good connect between what he is studying in books as well as what is being practiced in the industry. Because ultimately all the young friends will be joining either their own business or joining some industry. So ultimately they will be working with some organization. So there is a lot of difference between what we study in our books and what actually we practice in industries, because an industry is, we should say, it is being managed. When we say manage, so in a term we all are managers, because we have to manage many things. Apart from our daily assignments, we have to look into for the long-term perspective also. There may be certain departments which will be covering day-to-day activities. On the other hand, there will be some departments which will be looking beyond the present. They have to prepare themselves and prepare the organization for future. So approach should be futuristic only. Now coming back to my own organization, as Gupta ji said about IGL, I will be coming in detail later part, but just to start with, this company is a joint venture of GAIL India Limited, Bharat Petroleum, and Government of Delhi. So together these three companies hold 50% stake in IGL. Strictly speaking, legal entity is a public limited company, but since our promoters are government or PSUs, so policies and procedures, cultures we follow are more or less of that of a public sector unit. We have a well-defined procedures, be it materials management or delegation of powers or any other area. Because now company in existence since more than 22 years, so all the procedures are well in place. But as you might be knowing, that each and every thing has a start point and end point. When we talk about an industry, it means any industry has a life cycle. Life cycle means since it is inception is there, starting is there, then there are different phases. I will cover in later stage through a graph that when we talk of a lifespan of an industry, starting from the inception, it attains maturity and then ultimately declines. So very important to know for any industry that at what stage they should look beyond the present. Suppose they want to diversify to a new business or a new product. So what is the timeline, what is the time horizon when they should start thinking and planning for that? So that will be covered. Now when I am talking of lifespan of an industry, definitely every industry has a lifespan. It may differ from industry to industry. Some may have a shorter lifespan. On the other hand, some industries may have a very long time span. In recent times, we have experienced the corona epidemic. So this has drastically changed the way we do business. There were industries from years, but during the Corona time, we experienced that lot many type of new industries came up, mainly with the help of technology. So these industries have grown up very fast. We will, if time permits, we will also touch these.